Yep. Top of the top. What's up, family? How y'all doing this morning? We back again. We almost in the middle of the summer. Y'all see how fast it's flying, right? Look, we only got about 6 more weeks of the summer, man. That's it. It's flying. About 6.5, something like that. Good to see y'all this morning. What's up, John Shaft? What's up, bro? Sending me all them crazy deals, bro. You have me tripping out here, but what's up? Well, good morning, Latasha Jordan. What's up? What up, Millie? Good morning, Jeanette. Who else said? ASAP Auto, what up, bro? What's up, Danielle? What's up? And we up early this morning. We already, we you know how we do, y'all. Once again, I got a few things I'm gonna be talking about. A lot of the I know a lot of y'all that's on point. You see a lot of this stuff coming together. You see a lot of a lot of y'all be sending me stuff. Y'all see what's going on, man. You see how everything is coinciding. And some of y'all also see a lot of things I be speaking on. You see what other people be trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, this ain't about me, man. It's about this episode right here. Episode 218. And today, we're going to be talking about how T-Pain, basically, in my opinion, he clout chasing off Chris Brown. He trying to kick a man when he down. You know how people do, man. T-Pain said Chris Brown got a princess complex. Basically said Chris Brown be acting like a bitch. Or he's acting like a bitch right now, basically. And I'm going to show you how these dudes, some people, that's what they do. They wait and wait for something bad to happen to you or something don't go your way so they could try to speak on your situation and create a trend for themselves. So T-Pain is trying to make himself relevant again. So I'm going to get into that. Also, Meek Mill has responded. Meek Mill has responded to people who have something to say. Yeah, he is in his feelings right now. He responded. People like me and a whole lot of other people were speaking on Meek Mill's situation and how he's a fucking crybaby. Shit like that. I'm going to talk about that for a second. I'm also going to talk about the update on this inflation. And another report came out yesterday where they said inflation impacts Black and Hispanic households the most. And I'm going to get into that because, you know, we got to keep this file updated. And they just keep pushing this agenda every day. It's being pushed. Or really, we could say they just letting you know what's about to go down. That's how I look at it. What else? LeBronjames, he has spoken out for Brittneygriner. I'm going to get on that. And I'm going to touch on a few things and some of the things like what we was talking about, what I've been talking about this week and what I was talking about the other day. Yeah, I know how I was breaking down the whole LL Cool J, basically how he's a fraud and him and Quincy Jones affiliation. And I showed you their affiliation to this day. But something I forgot to speak on was how the fact that Biggie Smalls was killed at Quincy Jones' vibe party. And then the reason why I'm bringing that up because Quincy Jones is still sneaking around doing certain things behind the scenes. And I'm going to show y'all something. And I'm, I already knew about Biden's son being a smoker. I already knew about that. But you see, it's been trending again of Biden's son being a smoker. But we don't really care about that because that ain't nothing but some BS. You know why? Because Moneybag Joe, he just let go some more money to Ukraine. So that ain't nothing but a distraction. We don't care about his crackhead son, right? But I'm gonna get into that. Other than that, man, y'all pulling up. It's early. We up. We about that business. What's up, Sassy? What's up? Sibling party. What's up? Also, let me say, shout out to my man Jay Marvelous. You know what I'm saying? I see you doing your thing, bro. Jay Marvelous, he supported me when I was trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? He one of the big platforms that reached out to me as far as he supported me, and I ain't never gonna forget that. So shout out to Jay Marvelous and shout out to Rondell's Unpopular Opinion. I'm talking about people that had a certain amount of subscribers and followers, and they shouted me out and supported me, and they still support me. Understand that. And also, I got to give a shout out and support to everybody else that supported me as well. You know what I'm saying? So I be wanting people to understand, like, when I be doing my little rants, when I be going off, I'm not talking to my people. Y'all got to understand that, man. I got to make this clear. If you ever think I'm talking to you any kind of way, that means you really ain't my people or you got an ulterior motive. So don't get it fucked up. One thing about me, if I got something to say about somebody, I'm going to say it direct. I'm going to say their name. I'm going to fucking send my darts and bullets at you. You dig? But if something appears to be subliminal, it ain't subliminal. It's just that I don't like saying people's names. I don't say lame niggas' names. And I just deal with shit how I deal with it. I like to clown a lot. You feel me? I like to clown. That's what I do when I be on my BS. But if I got if I got something against somebody, I'll say their name. And I know how to clout chase very, very well. So if I want to clout chase, I'll clout chase. I know how to put niggas' names and titles and all that hashtag, all that shit. So if you my people, don't never take me wrong. But if you take me wrong, you ain't my people's. And you got a fucking agenda. You got a guilty conscience. All right. Let me get that out the way first. Because I know it's people that watch me of a certain level, but that's their business. My thing is, if you watch me and you never really supported me like that, and you think you just gonna be stealing little topics, and you think it ain't the topic, it's the fact that some of these niggas are slick, and they only from a certain location. They slick. They won't show you no love, but the niggas will take from you because these niggas are takers. That's what they are. They'll take from you before they give you something. You see, that's why I told you my people was mine is yours. We break bread together. But some motherfuckers, they just take and they don't give you shit. They won't even give you no credit. So to you dudes that be doing that fuck shit, you know who I'm talking to. Yeah, I'm talking to you. And some of y'all people be coming to me. I'm saying like, I'm talking about the people that been on YouTube for like over 5 years, 5 to 10 years. I'm talking to them. The ones that been on here don't show no love, didn't show no love. They just take. And a lot of y'all people and subscribers, they coming to me. They coming over here. They getting down. And a lot of people telling me, yo, I think so-and-so don't watch you. I said, yeah, I know that already. But it's not about that. It's about this. People need to learn how to show love and stop being so much of fucking hating ass niggas. Stop being so selfish and stop always just trying to take. Give something back for once. That's all I'm saying. It don't hurt to give. When you give a little, you'll get a little bit more back. So that's all I'm saying. And I told y'all, whoever y'all watch, I have no problem with who y'all watch. Watch everybody you love to watch. But one thing you don't do, don't never compare me to no other person on YouTube. Because I ain't them and they ain't me. And we just touching the surface. You get it? And a lot of stuff I speak on is from experience. Like, yeah, I speak on certain things in entertainment because I was around that for years. That's a whole nother topic, a whole nother chapter. So I'm not just a dude that be just talking about the industry. I was around that shit very, very young. So I know what the fuck I be talking about. But that ain't the point. The point is, if you're not a real supporter, kick fucking rocks. Keep it pushing. And I'm talking about support from the heart. And I ain't talking about no money neither. And that's another thing too. Let me make that other thing clear. I just said it earlier. If you're not a genuine supporter, if you got an ulterior motive, I don't want no donations. I don't want none of that shit. I'm not one of these niggas that try to be your friend for donations and shit. I'm talking about this happens a lot. This been happening before I even was on YouTube. You know, you got people that are try to support you, but they don't support your content or they don't support what you do. they're really trying to create a personal relationship with you. And I'm not being negative, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just saying I'm a type of dude where I respect people, I appreciate people, and I just don't want to be in that bracket of, you know what I'm saying, of befriending people, or should I say being too close to people for the wrong reasons. And I do be trying to bond with my supporters, and I do want us to do different things, but I got to make that clear and give a disclaimer, because this internet thing is very, very, very tricky. But understand that I got love for everybody. I just had to get that clear. That's all I'm saying. This ain't no shots. This ain't no none of that. And I'm going to say it again. If you insecure, if you sensitive, if you think certain things are towards you, you might have some type of wickedry in you. You might have some type of ulterior motive. And maybe that's why some people take stuff the wrong way. And it's a lot of people that do this. It ain't no one person. A lot of people do this. So I'm just telling you, man, I'm a genuine person and I don't play with people. You know what I'm saying? Meaning I don't try to manipulate. I don't expect nothing. You know what I'm saying? Then that's that. If you appreciate what I do and you support, guess what? You show your support every day when you pull up, when I hit the live button. That is the support. You dig? So other than that rant, don't forget to subscribe, hit the all notification bell. Don't forget to leave a comment, and you can share on any platform. Or you could tell a friend to tell a friend. Other than that, I'm about to cook a little bit this morning. What's up, the Queen of Detroit? What's up, all y'all? Shout out to the whole 50 states and every city within. Also, shout out to overseas. All right, so let me get into it, man. Also, don't forget the episodes are time stamped. So whenever you want to go back, it's time coded. You can always go back to the specific part you want to hear. If you missed the live, you can always go back to a specific point. And only time it's not a time stamp there or time code is because when I finish, if I got something else to do, sometime I might not be able to get to it as fast. Sometime I forget and do it later. But every video is time stamped. So you can always go back to a specific part you want to hear. So let me make that clear. That's like if you miss an episode and you don't want to hear the intro, boom, you just click onto the part you want to hear. That's it. All right. Other than that, man, we're going to do a little something today, man. So it's For No Fame Live, episode 218. We keeping it clean. And we about to do what we do. All right. Now, I know this topic is kind of lame, but I've seen something within this story. And like I said, you got certain people that sit back and wait for something bad to happen to you. Keep in mind, you're going to see the same pattern. They'll be quiet in the church mouse. Soon as some messed up stuff happened to somebody, they come out. And they come out and speak on the person while they falling or they at their demise. And they wait for the opportunity to come in, because some people believe in that shit that you got to put somebody else down to come up. You got to put somebody else down to make yourself look good. It's a lot of people that live on that ideology. That's their whole recipe. So when I seen T-Pain come out and speak on Chris Brown, I said, this nigga ain't been saying shit. He ain't been doing shit. His career's in the trash. Now he want to come out and hate on Chris Brown. And you know they got that hit song together, Kiss, Kiss, and all of that. But I said, look at T-Pain trying to come out and not only clout chase on Chris Brown, he was kind of disrespectful. And this is just a replica to show you how with some people, they always going to plot on your downfall to make themselves relevant. This is what you call tearing your own people down, I guess. This is also a small form of black on black crime. Yes, we speak on what's trending. Yes, when people play themselves, we pull a card. Yes, we do. That's what we do. That's how we was raised. You was raised to when shit is bogus, you call it out. We know this, but it's a difference when you do it out of malice and when you doing it to make yourself look good. But that's what T-Pain did. T-Pain says Chris Brown has a princess complex. He said, I know his faults. Now, how the fuck you know another man's faults? See that? Niggas always acting like they know another nigga. Like, one of the dumbest slogans that ever came out, I know him better than he know himself. That's one of the dumbest, wickedest statements ever created. And some niggas be believing that shit. T-Pain said, I know his faults. Well, if you know his faults, nigga, make yourself Chris Brown, and you turn into Chris Brown and make some hits like Chris Brown, nigga. Make yourself relevant again since you know his faults. You don't know shit. So my point is this. He said, I know his faults. He said the princess complex. So that man got a princess complex. He said the princess complex is not only when you get what you want, but you get the accolades of a pretty person for doing absolutely fucking nothing and just being pretty. This is what he said about Chris Brown, calling him a pretty, all this dumb shit. You heard? Saying that Chris Brown is used to having accolades and basically people looking out for him and he don't do shit. And we know that's a lie. We know Chris Brown put in work when he do his thing. Chris Brown is basically, he might be being blackballed right now. That's all this shit is. But this man want to come out and call this man a princess and saying he basically acting like a bitch because he ain't getting his way. All right? And this also what T-Pain said. Now I'm going to say it again. He said, I know his faults, the princess complex. It's not only when you get what you want, but you get the accolades of a pretty person for doing absolutely fucking nothing and just being pretty. And he says, quote, the second that the first real motherfucker comes to you and says, hey, you ain't that fucking pretty. He said at that point, it's over. So my point is this. You hear this nigga terminology? Basically, he's saying Chris Brown is acting like a bitch because his album dropped, Breezy, is not getting supported. He basically saying Chris Brown is throwing fits. And basically, he compared him to a pretty chick that don't get her way. Yes, we know it's certain chicks that live off their beauty. And if you don't acknowledge their beauty and you don't acknowledge them, they get mad. Or some people feel like because they look a certain way, somebody was going to get them something, take care of them. I understand what he's talking about, but he shouldn't have put Chris Brown in that category. Now, we know Chris Brown, he put in that work. Actually, Chris Brown is on tour right now with Lil Baby. So Chris Brown is putting in work. T-Pain, you're not on tour right now, for one. For two, you just mad because Chris Brown probably don't like to do that song, Kiss, Kiss with you no more like that, and you can't eat. So you sitting here chopping it up with academics, trying to get clout off Chris Brown, and it worked because now T-Pain, you trending. But I want to show you how you're trying to get clout off Chris Brown, but it's not going to do nothing for you. And I bet y'all any amount of money, within a couple more weeks, I bet you any amount of money T-Pain going to try to drop a new project. Watch. Because they all do the same shit. Now, him and Chris Brown got hits. Like I said, they got awards. They have awards. But see, T-Pain want to take this time out because his career is in the trash. He's the one that spent $500,000 on a stupid ass big ass chain, and the shit was called big ass chain. He's a dumb motherfucker. And T-Pain fucked his career up, cheating all on his wife, fucking up his household with fucking sluts, having a baby on the side, being cocky and arrogant, and his career's in the fucking toilet. So just because Chris Brown going through his thing, T-Pain, you still ain't on Chris Brown level. Yes, we spoke on Chris Brown might be addicted to drugs, but hopefully Chris Brown hears some of this shit. He'll clean himself up. See, some of us, we put that tough love out there. But at the end of the day, you supposed to be his man, and you going on the internet, and you calling this man a princess, saying he acting like a bitch. Oh, because you ain't never get the love Chris Brown got T-Pain as a dark-skinned nigga in the game. You always felt a certain way. You probably always wanted to say this. But like I said, now that Chris Brown going through his shit, you want to say this man got a princess complex. Basically saying that he's been getting help, pushed hard, awarded for doing nothing just because of his looks, and he Chris Brown. I could have sworn Chris Brown sing and dance. T-Pain, you don't fucking dance. You got jerked by Akon, nigga. You got robbed, all type of shit when you first came out. So you ain't Chris Brown. The only messed up thing Chris Brown really messed up with was when he so-called allegedly did that to Rihanna. That's it. But as far as talent-wise, you ain't nowhere on that man level. And you made a career of fucking auto-tunes. You the one that started this bullshit where anybody could pick up a mic and add some effects to their shit and do a record. You started that dumb shit, nigga. And that's why Jay-Z had to shut you down with the death of auto-tune. And you ain't been the same since, T-Pain. So really, you got beef with Jay-Z. He ended your whole career, honestly. So you hating on Chris Brown, nigga, ain't gonna help you at all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I know they had an open marriage. I know. But really, it wasn't an open marriage because I seen other things where his wife was basically hurt. What happened was he was fucking around on his wife, and after a while, they came to agreement of having open relationships. But he was fucking around her first and had a baby on the side. You see, it was more details, you see what I'm saying, to that story. Yeah, they in an open relationship now, but before that, he was doing her dirty. Because his wife was in the military, she was straight. He was a bum ass nigga. She basically was with him when he was fucked up and had shit. And he admitted when he started coming up, he started doing a whole lot. And then, when it was understood that his wife liked the same thing, then they agreed on doing things together. But before that, he was doing her dirty. You know what I'm saying? But she's just a real woman because she stuck with him regardless. But I understand about the open relationship thing. I understand that. Yes, you're right about that, Latasha Jordan. You're right. But my point is this: T-Pain, it is what it is. I'm just showing you. That's the reason why I'm speaking on this, because you didn't hear T-Pain pushing nothing. That's my point. If he was already doing this thing, he wanted those, speaking on Chris Brown, but he ain't had nothing going on like that. And he wanted to take a time to kick a man when he down. That's all I'm saying. Nah, don't say sorry, Latasha Jordan. You ain't doing nothing wrong. And let me make this clear too. Yeah, y'all know I be lit in the morning, but I don't never be screaming or barking at y'all. I understand that. Sometimes it's just how I be. So I don't never want y'all to take it like that neither. But I want y'all to chime in. But my point of this whole thing is how he wanted to take a time to so-called kick a man while he down, to make himself relevant when his shit is already dead. So the point of this is always something going on. And this is my point. Just because you call Chris Brown a princess and got yourself in the limelight, watch how fast this shit die out. And you ain't going to benefit off none of this shit. Because I told you can't get clout on somebody else. What I mean by that is you can get a little buzz for a little while, but you can't create nothing solid off of somebody else's name. The shit don't work like that. If you get that 15 minutes of fame and you don't do nothing with it, that shit is over with. What up, Alan? Shout out to Europe and overseas. All right? Virgin Islands everywhere. But you're going to see the pattern. Like a lot of people, let's look at the people that did get clout off people's name. You'll see once they did that, if they ain't have nothing solid in play, that shit go out the window. Because now you got the attention, all eyes on you. And when people got all eyes on you, they see, damn, you really ain't got shit going on. So that's how that shit can backfire on you. When you try to clout chase on somebody's name. And that's my point of why that shit don't work. And I've been saying this shit a long time. It's easy to try to come up on somebody else on the internet shit. That shit is easy. But the shit is not going to work because this ain't back in the day. That shit over with. That's the old formula that used to work. Not no more. So other than that, I had to say that about T-Pain because I wanted to show you a fucking hating ass nigga. He been wanted to say Chris Brown was getting treated a certain way. Basically saying he been getting treated better than him. They're in the same genre of R&B, or they was, because R&B is dead. I told you that. T-Pain, you're dead. You see all these R&B people, they going through it. They dead. They done. Because they killed R&B. And I told you when Mr. R. Kelly went down, that showed you the death of R&B. He was the king. When the king falls, the kingdom falls. You get it? Shit is over with. So T-Pain knows this. But he took this time out to try to shit on Chris Brown. You dig? And no matter what Chris Brown going through, Chris Brown is still a better artist, a better entertainer. Chris Brown is still realer than you, T-Pain. That's just what it is. All right? So that's it. That's enough of T-Pain, because that nigga is boring, and I ain't really want to talk about him like that. But this was really about a man trying to come up off another man and diss another man when he down. Because the main thing within the story that I peeped, he was like Chris Brown, that's my man. Because you know niggas will say that's my man, I got love for him, but they throw the butt in your face, and that's what T-Pain did. You see that? So he was coming from that aspect of him having love for Chris Brown and and then he tried to shit on him, talking about I know his faults. You see that? And I'm tired of that too. Niggas always acting like they know another person. You know about a person. You know about what that person showed you. You know about the time you was with that person. But you don't know everything about a person. That's where a lot of people fuck up at, thinking you know somebody. You only know a portion. You and Chris Brown, T-Pain had a little run, but you wasn't with Chris Brown his whole life, so how the fuck you gonna say you know his faults? You wasn't with him before y'all had the hit record. You probably wasn't with him too much after that. For you to say you know a person's fault, like I said, if you know Chris Brown faults, well, fix your faults and put out some hit records, nigga, because you ain't been the same since that auto-tune shit been dying out. Fix yourself. Just like Ayana Fixed My Life. Y'all know that show? Her life in shambles. People ain't even know her life was in shambles. All type of shit. It's always the people, like, don't get it twisted. Like, I give advice. I speak on certain things, but I tell you straight from the rip, I've been through a lot of shit. And I tell you, I ain't perfect. I learned the hard way. So I let you know off the rip. And I ain't never gonna act like I know somebody better than they know themselves. That's the dumbest shit you can ever say out your fucking mouth. Right? Stop trying to study people. Stop worrying about what other people doing and what they got going on. That's it. What I mean by worrying, being too intertwined. It's okay to be in the know, but stop always trying to act like you fucking know somebody. You trying to study somebody, figure somebody out. Man, figure out your own life. Good morning, Miss Jackie. Good morning, Juice. What up, J.E.? That's all I'm saying. That's it. But salute to my people. Understand that. But I'm going to tell y'all, it's a thin line with this. It's a very, very thin line, because you can offend a lot of people. When you being original, when you being authentic, when you being yourself, you can offend a lot of people. And that's why I be saying, like, you got to be built like that out here. People will respect you keeping it real, but when you keep it real with them, they get mad. My point is this: it's easy to be compromised. It's easy to tiptoe, tap dance, bite your tongue when you trying to be cool with too many people. And that's something I don't want to do. When I pull up, I'm always be me. And I ain't fucking compromising myself. That's what make me me. And I suggest you do the same. That's for everybody. I'm telling you, all that trying to be cool with everybody, that shit is out the window. That shit don't work. Because when you try to be cool with everybody, you start looking like a snake. And you start looking like a person that's not solid. I'm cool with a lot of people, but at the same time, I give people their space that I'm cool with. That's the difference. But other than that, let's keep it pushing. We sticking to the script. I'm giving you your updates. I deal with life analytics. And I'm going to keep everybody on point because we on this shit together. That's why this is a saga. I told you this is a saga. Every episode relates to the next episode. So if you go back 100 episodes, it still relates. I'm going to show y'all something. As you see right here, posted on 7-Eleven, America headed for real economic pain, says a top investment firm, meaning big money, big individuals doing big things, sending out warnings to their people. Let it be known, So ask the question, do you think a top investment firm is just sitting here freestyling, making up shit? Remember, all this is supposed to take place after the summer, going into the winter. And I'm going to show y'all something else. See, you see us on Newsweek. But I want to show y'all some shit. Now, also, while I'm on this, let me not forget. Let me not forget. Ukraine just received an additional $1.7 billion from the U.S. to pay their health care workers that's helping them out over there. So you ain't got to be the smartest person in the world to figure out there's some BS going on. America headed for real economic pain. Ukraine just got 1.7 billion. So remember, when I keep saying it's for specific people, they want to feel that pain. You got to understand what this shit is saying. You dig? I'm going to give you descriptive detail. This shit is not for me just speaking on some trending shit. I'm going to show y'all. So you be on point and you won't get caught up in this whirlwind. And you ain't going to be able to say nobody ain't fucking tell you. I'm going to keep repeating that shit because I know people are hard-headed and they fall asleep so quick. But I'm your family member that's going to make sure you wake your ass up. Let's go. All right? So I'm relating that with this. As you see a day ago, this back-to-back, Newsweek, back-to-back. These are in business categories. That's why you'll see they're not trending hip-hop entertainment topics. It's not cool. And some people, they don't want to know the truth. They run for the truth. They don't want to know. Remember back in the days how you would have a certain dream and you try to tell your parents or your they don't want to know. They were scared. That was a slave mentality. We don't want to know. Some people don't want to know. I'm going to tell you what it is. You about to witness the American nightmare. It's already going on right now, but you ain't really seen it yet. Inflation tends to impact Black households the most, study finds. But then I seen another one that says Black and Hispanic. But you got to understand all that shit applies to the hood, urban community, people of a certain pay scale. Really, it means under certain. I'm gonna be real, y'all. Really, this the shit the games they play. I'm gonna be real, y'all. They already saying even if you make $76,000, $80,000, if you make under $80,000 a year, you're considered to be poor. You're considered to be struggling. If you make under 70,000, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. People be thinking the money they got is money. That shit ain't no money. You still considered poor. According to this world where it's at now, you poor. And you got to understand, right, with these name games, Black, Hispanic, there ain't no such thing as a Black person, and that Hispanic shit is made up too, all right? We dealing with people that's been conquered. Never forget, America was one. That's why the fuck you think it's North and South? It's one. It's been conquered years ago by Europeans, and they renamed and relabeled everybody. That's why everybody's confused and backwards. But somehow we all together in the hood, Blacks and Hispanic, whatever. We all together. You know why? Because we conquer people. And they know who you are, but you don't know who you are. But they got a label on you called Black and a label on you called Hispanic, and y'all fight and you don't even know what's what. You fight over nothing because you was trained by your conquerors to fight and hate each other. But you don't understand all this shit was America. It was just North and South. That's a whole nother topic. So when it says inflation impacts Blacks and Hispanic households the most, and they went into details saying that Black families suffer the most. Mind you, this was a study by the University of California, San Diego, and I want to show y'all something. How when I told you they always study you. Another thing I want you to pay attention to, and y'all around the world can feel me, you'll notice something. Most colleges are in the hood. Or if the college ain't in the hood, it's a hood right near you, meaning it's a hood right near the college, because that's how they study you. This is the part of the game. Why you think people from suburban areas, rich people, they go to these colleges and they end up, you know, being in the hood. Some colleges, they get killed in areas, they get killed on campus. My point is this: you always see most colleges are right in the hood or right by a hood, within a hood vicinity, because this is how they study you. And then when they go on to be great individuals in society, they know how to conquer you because they studied you. That's why when they go work for these Fortune 500 companies and they go to social services and get a job and won't let you get your extra cash and all of that, your housing, because they cop blocking you. But my point is, they studied you when they was in college, and they had to learn these things about how you live and how you work and how you operate. So that's why it says the University of California did this research on racial disparities, but ain't nothing but stereotypes. And they saying that blacks and Hispanics will suffer the most. And this is what they saying. They said that blacks buy more products at higher prices. Black households spend larger portions of their income on essential goods and services. I'm gonna break that down. I told y'all they think they got you figured out. Now, this is what they mean. Basically saying niggas spend too much money. Basically saying blacks and Hispanics spend too much money on the wrong shit. Don't know how to budget their money. Code word. They're talking codes. Now, let's be clear. Let's be real, y'all. Y'all know for a fact. Y'all know for a fact. Our people, we love top-notch products. Let's keep it real. We don't like knockoff detergent. We don't like knockoff cleaning products. There's certain things we don't like. We don't like fucking the cheap detergent. We like Tide Pods and shit. But that's what they mean. Now, I did a little of this studying on my own within the past months, and we've been talking about it. I noticed when I go to the supermarket, certain brands are extra more than others. Meaning the brands that you was raised on, the brands that we love, because they know we label chase. Remember, we don't fuck with knockoff products and shit. Remember, niggas don't like the knockoff, or we used to call it the reject, no frills. Niggas don't fuck with that. Even though some of them products are made in the same exact places as the name brand, but that ain't the point. The point is they know you like Nabisco, Chips Ahoy. You like, you gonna get some gain. You like name brand shit. So you'll notice when you go to the supermarket, all the name brand shit is super high. Then you got the brands that ain't as popular. They're not that sky high. I done did this shit. I do this shit. You dig? Everything you love and was taught. I'm telling you, Cinnamon Toast Crunch will be through the roof. But then, say some Cheerio or Raisin Bran or Fiber One, I'm just saying, I'm giving you examples. Your kid like Fruit Loops, that shit $5-6 because they know what you like to get. But the cereal that you don't eat, that shit be cheaper than the shit you love. This is the game they play. So they trained you to chase these products your whole life, and now they got it where you don't want to buy lesser. And they not only that, like I told you, the chicken wings. Let's look at the chicken. Chicken has never been expensive, but once they learn that you love chicken wings and like to have parties and throw wings are through the fucking roof. Wings cost more than thighs and legs. And we know for a fact, legs and thighs will feed your family greater. But they know you love wings, so they put an extra tax on the wings. So this whole inflation is really boosting up the prices of shit that what? Black and Hispanic people like to buy. Because we are the target. We are the target when they're trying to sell us shit. Therefore, we are the target when they're trying to break us. And it's called take your fucking money. So all you got to do is when you go out here and you go to the supermarket, when you start peeping game on how certain products are sky high. Like, let's look at a big bag of Doritos. Y'all know the supermarket, Doritos, this shit's $5. And they also know they did this by design too, because they know a lot of people run around with them stamps. So they figured out, well, since they got stamps, we just gonna boost all the shit up. They're gonna buy it anyway. And now when you go buy these Doritos and you buy all these cookies and snacks and all that shit, you're not buying the meats you really supposed to be buying because you still buying these snacks and shit. When you're really supposed to be buying shit to create meals. And they know this. So that's why all of the basically products that ain't necessities, them shit's through the fucking roof. And then the other products that the other people fuck with, the shit is like normal. It's a little bit higher, but not that much higher. This is what goes on. So being that these people been studying this shit, they think they got you in a box. But my point is, they've been studying you. They've been studying us. And that's why they're applying the pressure that you see right here. They saying it's going to be economic pain. But the main thing they saying is going to impact the black households the most and Hispanics. We the ones going to feel the pain, according to these reports. Why am I saying that? I just told you they just gave $1.7 billion to Ukraine. Duh. We know who needs some of that money right here. We already know what's going on right here. But let me finish. They also were speaking on basically saying blacks and Hispanic run up their electric bills. And they said wireless phone service. So they were saying a lot of our money go to high-ass electric bills. A lot of our money go to wireless phone services. You know how you got the phone plan. Everybody in your household got a phone plan and internet. Basically saying we the ones they can't do without certain shit. And you also got to remember this green effect and all this shit. A lot of that shit targeted towards us because they put that on us too. They said that people in the hood, basically black, Hispanic, minorities, they say that we use the most power, basically saying niggas run up light bills. They say niggas use too much water, run up water bill. They basically been saying that people from the hood abuse resources. They've been putting that shit on us too. So that's part of what's going on too. That's why you see why everybody's dealing with the solar paneling. And we know for a fact the urban community don't deal with no solar paneling. So being that these other people, other neighborhoods, upper echelon people deal with solar paneling, they blaming you for fucking up the whole electric economy. And we know a lot of people need to help with their electric bill. Because let's be real, a lot of time we do like to keep the AC blowing, mad lights on, mad TVs on, stove cooking, everything twerking at once. We don't unplug shit. A lot of people, they're raised and taught to unplug shit when you're not using it. So I'm just saying, we was raised and taught to be a certain way. And all of this shit they're using against us because they sit here telling people, and this ain't number stereotypes now, don't get it fucked up. They say blacks spend more on household products. Basically saying you fuck your money up when you with these supermarkets, you just blow your money on dumb shit because this is the kicker right here. Now, they say households that spend more on luxury items such as wine and pet care products, those products are less likely to fluctuate. Basically saying what I just told you. Wine is not going up and pet food is not going up. So basically, pets are going to be straight in a crisis, but you're going to be fucked up. Do you get how they talk? And I already went into this when I broke down how people don't understand the game. People don't, if you haven't traveled, if you haven't been places, if you haven't never really been nowhere, you don't understand the game that the more upscale the neighborhood, guess what? The cheaper the products is in a supermarket. The more you in the hood, guess what? The more they boost the price. And I just told you part of the key why they boost the price, because they know in the hood you got food stamps. So that's how they tax you using your food stamps. See, when you use your food stamps, you already know you ain't getting no tax. So guess what they did? They put the tax included. It's called a higher price. So you pay more. And you don't got the transportation to go somewhere else. So this is how they tax your ass. The rich neighborhoods, it's like that with the gas. It's like that with shopping. It's always cheaper the more upscale the neighborhood. The poorer the neighborhood, the more expensive it is. That's the fucking game. That's how the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor. You got to know the game. So when they say inflation tends to impact the black households the most, because they studied you and they know what time it is, because they put a system in play. And that system in play, yes, it is part of the white supremacy program. And I told y'all that this war they've been fighting it a whole nother way. It's called fucking your money up. And fucking your money up, meanwhile, playing mind games with you, keeping their foot on your neck behind the scenes is how you don't come up and how you stay losing. So, and they teach this shit in colleges now. They teach this to people. So now you understand why certain people, when they get to a certain age, they have a complex. The whole purpose is, I said it before, I'm gonna keep saying it, that none of this shit in the world works without you. So the secret is, you are the bag. You are the walking bag. You are the prey that everybody feeds off of. You keep this shit going. That's why if you ever wanted to kill all this shit, if you ever wanted a real change, all you gotta do is go on strike. If you went on strike and say, fuck that, we ain't buying that shit no more, we ain't buying that shit no more, we ain't fucking with them no more, you'll start seeing shit collapsing. You'll start seeing motherfuckers bowing down, kissing your ass. You'll start seeing a whole lot of shit. They'll be like, what the fuck going on? They ain't spending their money no more. They ain't patronizing that shit. They'll start panicking. Why? The fucking stock market will start crashing overnight. That's a war. That's really a secret warfare. That's how you win the war. You can't beef with your so-called oppressors, but you spend the money with them every day. That's why I be telling you all this shit is a game. And we have been bred to live in a hypocritical culture. And we are all hypocrites. You dig? Because we run to support their platforms. We run to support their merch, all of that shit every day of our life, because that's what we was trained to do. And sometimes that's the only option we got. And they know this. So my point is, if you really want to dead a lot of this shit, it's called fucking strike. It's called it ain't called protesting outside. It's called chilling in your crib and don't do shit. I ain't doing shit. I ain't buying shit. I'm stacking all my bread. Fuck all y'all. And you'll start seeing one by one, that shit'll start crashing. That's just how the shit work. If niggas stop going online to certain sites, they should start crashing. They start panicking. Because they need a particular people to keep the shit going. That's how everybody gets rich and you stay poorer. All right. So that's the game. But they said out their own mouth, wine is not going up and pet food is not going up. So which means what? They're picking and choosing what goes up, which means this is how they're setting up the plot when they say that it's going to affect you the most. And when they say that America is headed in a certain direction, but no, it really ain't. It's for certain people. That's my point. Also, you're going to see a trend of everybody right now is overseas. Shout out to overseas. A lot of celebrities, they've been in London and in Europe. They've been in London, Paris. They've been overseas. That was part of why I showed you that Magic Johnson boat ride. But guess what? He ain't the only one. I seen the other day when Puff Daddy and Yo Gotti bumped into each other in London. Nicki in London right now. They all overseas. Offset. They all overseas right now. Because little do people know, they're already rebelling overseas right now. The prime minister has stepped down. They're going ham overseas right now. A lot of protesting going on in London. So, in my opinion, it looked like the celebrities had to go over there and calm some of that shit down. So that's why when you see Nicki Minaj over there and they was all of that, that was the distraction for them over there. Because they over there bucking. Also, shout out to Rondell once again. She was speaking on the China situation. It's going ham overseas, but you got to pay attention that the C-19 started overseas first. Everything starts overseas, then come over here. So you was taught backwards. You think they follow over here. No, they don't. Everything goes overseas, then it comes over here. Why you think you got caught up in this whole foreign shit? It's overseas, then over here. They reversed the shit. They boosted your head up with everybody. No, it's not. Everybody is not really following. Now, one thing they do follow, they follow our culture, meaning, I just told you, they understand the hood makes everything pop. We generate all the revenue. So whatever we make pop, yeah, they jack it and do it overseas because it boosts up the economy, meaning they still our swag, but they don't follow our real customs. I'm going to say it again. The euro has been worth more money than the fucking American dollar. It's been worth more. I don't know where y'all been at. Some of y'all, it's been worth more money. It's just that they always sold you the stories and people overseas be struggling. They poor. They need our help. Man, it's places that's overseas that's filthy rich. On top of that, to add on to this, they also did a so-called another statistical thing, and they said that New York City is the dirtiest city in the second dirtiest city in the world compared to Rome, Italy. See, people go to Italy, but that shit is considered to be dirty as fuck. my point is, right? I'm just making a point how they'll make it like everywhere else is fucked up. But I just told you, they just said yesterday, New York City is the most dirtiest, second in the world, in the world. How could that fucking be? But I'm just giving you an example of the games they play. My point is, overseas ain't as fucked up as a lot of y'all think it is. It's some fly ass shit. Why you think when motherfuckers over here get money, they run their ass over there? Now, you got fucked up shit overseas too. Yes, you do. You got a lot of fucked up places, but that's just like how in America you got this thing called a hood where it's fucked up at. But we know the whole America ain't fucked up. That's a lie. And we know that New York City ain't the dirtiest place. But that's a whole nother topic. Now, you're going to keep seeing they keep putting these classifications on people because it all goes with the agenda. Damn, I also forgot to upload this other picture, man. Now, they also was on Elon Musk's head again because remember when Elon Musk spoke about the underpopulation situation, how he going to have more kids and da-da-da-da-da. Well, the UN came out after he said that and said that, don't worry, everything is okay. Actually, the country is doing good. The population looking good. It's going to keep increasing to 2,100, basically 2,100. Basically saying the country is doing good. It's going to keep on growing for the next 80 years. That's what the UN came out and said to rebuttal what Elon Musk said. Elon Musk, he been getting out of pocket. That's why he had to get spanked lately. And that's why you see this whole Twitter thing going on. See, they're coming at Elon Musk through other means because Elon Musk is going against the grain with certain other things. So that whole Twitter thing, it ain't about that damn Twitter. It's about the shit he really saying. And they know that Elon Musk do mess with a lot of so-called black people. But that's a whole nother conversation again. Right now, you're going to see what you already seeing is some of the most political games being played. They fucking playing games. Right now, boom, you see right now, let's check it out. You see the internet slowing up. You see ain't no fucking topics. I literally gotta put shit together. I put this work in. Not to toot my own horn, but the shit really be like work to really put shit together, to put together a decent episode, because it's like I always tell you, I really ain't nothing going on. So I got to reach and look for certain things to put it all together to make it one big show. But at the end of the day, it always got to be update of what's really going on. And what's really going on is this global reset. And you know the game, when you reset your phone, what happens, y'all? When you reset your phone, you know you're going to lose a lot of shit. You're going to lose a lot of pictures. You're going to lose a lot of important information. When they push the button to reset the planet, we're going to lose a lot of people, y'all. A lot of people are going to lose certain things. That is what's going on right now. That's why you see everything dead. The people in position, they're on vacation right now. That's why you see all this. That was the whole significance when you see in the all-white party, Michael Root, all these, you see all these rich people chilling right now. They're chilling and enjoying some of the asset. They just finished paying their taxes. They're prepping, meaning they're getting some of their last enjoyment out. They're getting their last assets in order. They're getting their family in position. And a lot of them are getting ready to weather the storm that's about to hit. Because a lot of them know what's going on and they're under oath. And a lot of them might want to speak up and they might want to do certain things, but you'll see they're not going to do it because they don't want to fuck their shit up. I'm going to keep saying it, which brings me to the next topic. And I'm going to show you the mentality of takers. LL Cool J, who I just finished talking about. Now, you know, randomly, LL has not been trending. You'll see that. A lot of time I speak on people that ain't trending. Next thing you know, they start trending. Not saying I got nothing to do with it. I'm just showing you a pattern. My people already know what I be talking about. I was just talking about LL Cool J. All right? Fakest rap all time. Fast forward. Boom. LL is premiering his Rock the Bells event. His Rock the Bells festival. That's another thing y'all got to notice. You'll notice that all of these rappers, they've been throwing these festivals. And the tickets be through the fucking roof. They've been making these 3-day festivals now to get your money. Shit be $400, $300, $100 a day, shit like that, just to take your money because they're fucking takers. Now, LL Cool J is having his Rock the Bells festival with a lot of older rappers, whatever. But they're going to be having the first food court, another promotional scam. Now check this out. They're going to have a food court at these events to make more money, but check it. Bun B's Trail Burgers, as you see. Nas will be attending. Nas, Sweet Chick. I don't know what he got going on. Barbecue, I don't know. E40's going with the Spoon brand. Now, I rock with E40. You know what I'm saying? E40 a good dude. Ghostface Killer. Coffee. Ghostface a good dude too. Mia X from No Limit. She got her own brand going on. Mia X is good people too. Juices for Life with Jada Kitchen Styles P. They be doing their thing. I rock with the Locks. They good peoples too. But my point, this is my point. This is my whole point of all of this. You're going to see how being that everybody you see here, rap career ain't where it used to be at. So what they had to do, get into something else to take your money. Now they all in the food branding. They won't even let you have that. Now they into selling you food. They used to sell you records. Now they want to sell you food. But this is my whole point. And this ain't no hate. Let's use common sense, y'all. Should these people not be coming together trying to help feed people? Should they not be coming together trying to provide us with certain things? Of, you know what? They're millionaires. What's going to kill them from pulling their resources together, doing something productive, having a food giveaway? It don't got to be a whole lot, but just to say, but I'm going to show you it's the mentality. They want to take from you. They don't want to give you shit. So on a Rock the Bells festival, they're going to be selling food, not giving away food. And LL Cool J is behind it all. Showing you again, he's throwing an event to take your money, and he ain't going to do shit. Haven't they taken enough money? No. Know why? Because I told you, they know what's about to happen, and they trying to get every last dollar, every last penny they can get before the shit hit the fan. And they still need to drain you for the last of your resources instead of saying, you know what, man? Fuck that, man. We ain't throwing no festivals. We don't need to have none of that shit right now. Let's put together some shit for our people, and then let's go on tour like that. Let's look up statistics. Let's go to certain cities we know fucked up, and let's bring these food courts. Let's bring this whole food court movement to the people. Now, guess what? Something else I forgot to tell y'all yesterday. Some of y'all should already know. I'm going to show y'all something. Yesterday, Subway had a free sub giveaway from 10 to 12. Free subs. They got like 10 new subs they was giving away for free. Subway. And I know a lot of people don't rock with Subway. We feel the Subway, but let's use common sense. Even Subway gave away free food around America. Why these rapper niggas can't do it? See that? Because they want to take your shit. They want to take. And that's why I kept telling you, man. That's why we got to look at this whole rap hip-hop thing another way. Whenever they want to get on your good side, they say hip-hop. Black people hip-hop. That's the game they run. LL Cool J, the man behind this whole Rock the Bells festival. Check it out. LL Cool J and Bun B collab for the first ever all hip-hop food court experience on Saturday, August 6th. Trill Mills Food Court, as you see right here. You see the people that's going to be there. Nas, E40, Ghostface Killer, Jada Kiss, Styles P, Mia X, Bun B, and probably some others. All right? But this is what LL Cool J said. Food and hip-hop are both forms of entertainment. You hear this shit? You see how they just want to keep giving you food, entertainment, no truth, no words of advice, no fucking help. This nigga got in his mind that niggas in the hood or people that listen to rap, they love food. And they'll pay whatever for some food, especially if it's some soul food. Them niggas love soul food and hip-hop. Let's throw a festival and take their money. That's LL Cool J. So I'm glad I put you on blast the other day, LL, because you's a fucking fraud and you's a taker. And you's a Quincy Jones loving ass nigga. And Quincy Jones is your daddy. He probably popped you open and he taught you the game. Like he said, Quincy Jones inspired me to be who I am to this day. Yeah, it told you how to finesse your own people. And I'm going to get into Quincy Jones in a minute. He ain't off the hook. And I'm going to show you how that nigga been a gatekeeper, and I'm gonna show you something that a lot of people forgot about the whole Biggie Smalls death, because Biggie Smalls got lined up. If you don't know that shit, you stupid. And I'm always bringing it up from time to time. Yes, I am. Because the whole point of all of this shit, y'all, is what I'm gonna show y'all what I'm about. I lived through a lot of this shit. I know a lot of this shit, but that ain't the point. I'm gonna bring all of this shit up so everybody from every generation could be on the same page and have an understanding that what we all been finessed, and it's enough of that shit. And the people coming up now, the youth, they ain't gonna be finessed. That's what all this shit is about. Y'all can't trick us no more. The magic trick is over. The spell has been broken. And I'm one of the people that put the work in to break the spells. That's it. But let me show you something. They figure you love to eat and you fucking love rap music, hip hop. So whenever they want to sell you something, put hip hop on it. I told you, certain signs and symbols they use to get you. The black power fist, the red, black, and green. Hip hop music. You hear the word hip hop, you lose your fucking mind. You stop everything you're doing. You ready to go. And they know that. So that's why my point is, instead of them feeding people, they want to take your money. And half of us didn't even know they had all this shit going on. But let's ask, why is it so? Let's ask that question. Why is it so hard for them just to give? Why? What does it affect them? They can give. When they do something, they can take a portion of that and give. They don't got to do things in secret. Why they can't come in a particular city, set up their food court, and say, y'all come on down. And even if, okay, let's say they don't want to do it for free, they could do a certain amount for free, and then they could do a certain amount at a cheap price. So people can bring their kids and have experience and have something good. No, these festivals, these shits be like $400. These festivals be bread, $100 a day, $50 a day, shit like that. So if you're a person and you got 3-4 kids, or you want to bring you can't afford that shit. Because what? We in a fucking crisis. It's an inflation. So why are they keep trying to sell us shit? Because they trying to make sure they stay in them mansions. They trying to make sure they keep them foreigns. And you are the fucking guinea pig. Master takes from them and they take from you. A slave mentality. They're trained to plot on your fucking money. So let's go back to the story, y'all. I'm going to connect the dots. If they saying inflation tends to impact the black household the most, why these motherfuckers keep trying to sell us shit and take our money when they know this shit? And why they not telling us? Because, y'all, they are fucking vultures. They only care about the eagle on the back of the bill. They only care about money. Because that's what they was trained to do. Take your fucking money. Never did shit for you. Never gave you nothing. Not even good words of advice. And I ain't going to get into Bun B. He cool. But it's a whole nother thing about how he betrayed Pimp C. But a lot of y'all don't know about that. Some of y'all do. Bun B ain't who you think he is neither. And you'll see when Pimp C started spitting that truth, Bun B got the fuck away from Pimp C. And then you'll see what happened to Pimp C after a certain amount of time. Also, if you don't know, Pimp C and Bun B fell out when Pimp C was locked up too. Bun B ain't who you think he is. He ain't as tread as you think he is. I used to like Bun B too. I'm going to tell you right here as a man, I used to respect a lot of these rappers. I used to look up to them when I was younger, and I did put some of them on pedestals, but I'm telling you right now, all of them, majority of them are fucking frauds, all right? Nowadays. But anyway, LL throwing a Rock the Bell Festival. They're going to have a food court, Nas, E40, and others going to be there. Jade and them. And the whole point is LL put this together to take your fucking money. That's it. So don't get it confused. Now, maybe if this was thrown by somebody else, I wouldn't feel a certain way. But LL Cool J, I want to show you how he's a washed up ass nigga. He been washed up, but he plots on motherfuckers. That's what he do. Pay attention. Because I'm about to go somewhere else. Hold up. I had to take me a sip. All right. Now look. Let me get into this real quick, man. some people, you know what I mean? We're going to go into this shit real quick. Hold up. People forget about when Biggie died, right? Biggie died at the Vibe party. I just spoke about yesterday how Quincy Jones is the man that started Vibe magazine. I spoke about how Quincy Jones was one of the people in media. The Vibe magazine was one of the main magazines fueling the war with the East Coast, West Coast beef. So not only did Vibe magazine help fuel the war, just so happened, out of all the parties, he gets killed at a Vibe party. Quincy Jones. Not saying Quincy Jones had nothing to do with it, but you got to see all the bullshit that was going on around the whole shit. You got to understand he's the gatekeeper. I already spoke about the other day, Puffy is going to take his spot. And you got to understand they all been together. Now, we also don't know if Biggie wasn't trying to comply back then. Yes, we know about Biggie has certain lyrics, but that could have been authorized by Puff to say certain shit. But Biggie probably wasn't with the program of the Brotherhood because people already know that Biggie already had other things going on, about to come out, about to do his own thing. As soon as he died, this nigga came out with a clothing line. Biggie already had that in play. Biggie already had his own label. A lot of shit happened on. Puff's biggest song that took him to the top was Missing You, a song about Biggie dying. But we neither here nor there. Keep in mind, the Vibe party. That's where this shit happened at. Strategically, perfectly. All the people in the car, Biggie get hit up. Do you see the shots of perfection? It's common sense. Shooters don't shoot like, if it was a shooter from the hood, nigga, the whole shit would have been Swiss cheese. The back door, the back window, the back, nigga, bullets would have been at the bottom, all type of shit. Man, this shit common sense. It's to the, it looked to the fact like a motherfucker might have practiced on a used truck till they got it perfected. That's why I don't get into all this shit. It's old anyway. It's all old. I ain't blaming nobody for this shit. All you got to remember is this happened when Biggie went to the Vibe party, nigga, that was his last party. And I recently seen something else where Shaq even told Biggie don't go. A lot of people say they told Big don't go. But that ain't the point. The point is everybody was at the party. Everybody at that time that was lit. And look at Biggie Dog get perfected. Shot up. And the only reason why I'm bringing it up because it was at the Vibe party, aka Quincy Jones party. Because Quincy Jones always had his hand in the pot. But that ain't the point. I'm going somewhere with this shit, and I'm trying to pull this shit up. Please let this shit be up here. Boom. You see that? Biggie's estate launching a notorious big NFT collection. Did I not talk about NFTs yesterday? And I told you that's the biggest spawn. They've been flipping their bread, mainly off dead people. The estate of Christopher Wallace has announced that they will be launching a series of collectible NFTs. The series is being released in partnership with NFT platform, one of which is backed by Quincy Jones. Do you get it? Still eating off that man. And I told you these niggas are shiesty. And they do it in your face. So you got to look strategically. Biggie died on March 9th. March 9th, this was released, but it went over everybody's head. And then you'll see recently Quincy Jones made a statement that what? Michael Jackson didn't want to do a song with Tupac because Biggie was his man. See, they fucking play games. Always speaking on the fucking dead. But look how this got released strategically. We're going to take big money, make money off his name the day he died. That's why I told you when Biggie died, March 9th, that's a death day, but that's really other niggas' payday. And everybody that was around got something to do, meaning, I ain't going to say got nothing to do with it, but everybody that was affiliated back then get the cash out and make them a little bit of bread when it's Biggie Small death day. Not his birthday, his death day. You got to remember the difference. They don't go hard on his birthday, they go hard on his death day. Mr. Quincy Jones, meaning he's still eating off Notorious Big right now. I gotta understand the fucking game. So when I come at people, it ain't for no reason. It's just because people like Quincy Jones been fucking over the community for years. And he's the orchestrator, he's the puppet master, one of the unseen hands that still had to bow down. But he's the one they go to when they gotta go to the go-to. You get it? When they go to him, he go to Puff and then da-da-da-da-da. But Quincy Jones is the nigga. But the point is, how the fuck is everybody fucking dead and this nigga still alive? Maybe he one of them niggas that drink blood and all that shit. Maybe, allegedly. I don't know. But I'm just saying. This the same man, Quincy Jones, LL Cool J, still holding the high regards. Because LL Cool J know what time it is. If he don't comply, if he ain't comply, he know it's over for him. Curtains. And I think Biggie ain't want to play the game. That's my opinion. But you got to see how they cashing out. I was just talking about these NFTs. So I told you, sometimes I get to looking up shit and shit start relating. Because my point of the whole shit was I was getting into the whole fact of how Biggie was killed at the Vibe party. Vibe was the main one that went to interview Tupac in jail when he denounced Thug Life. You also heard about how Quincy Jones was trying to get at Tupac, but Tupac was messing with his daughter. But we allegedly already know, we already went into it. Quincy Jones hitting on that man. And as soon as Tupac came out again, he had to go. But the thing is, both of them happen to be Geminis. Tupac and Big, they both Geminis. But they were Geminis of opposite energy. But ain't the point. Man, these people are so wicked and crafty, man. They knew all this shit. So they put Biggie in a stance of fake. Because remember, when you get lined up sometime, it's not that you stupid. It's not that you ain't paying attention. It's the people around you create a false security around you to make you think you all right, make you think everything's straight. Everybody's playing a role called being fake. And they set a stage up for this man and lined him up. That's why nobody else even got pierced with a bullet. Do you understand this shit? Strategically shot that man shit up. And strategically, a car pulled up behind him. Man, we done with all that shit. I'm just saying, man, out of all the parties, this shit happened at the Quincy Jones Vibe party. That's all I'm saying. Quincy Jones always had his hand in hip-hop. He been controlling these niggas. It wouldn't be no Will Smith at that level. LL would still not be around throwing these fucked up ass bullshit ass festivals trying to take your money, because Quincy Jones was one of the first sellout niggas in the industry. He's the one that probably told on Malcolm X and the rest of them. He been around since back in the day. A slick motherfucker. And he is the puppet master. One of them. And it's just sad that Michael not here no more, Biggie not here no more, Pac not here no more. And all of them somehow crossed this man's path. And it's probably some others. But we neither here nor there. And it was something else I was watching the other day. Because y'all know somebody else who fell from grace is Cuba Gooding Jr. Y'all know Trey from Boys in the Hood. He fell from grace. And I was watching a statement. I was watching a story on him, which set off another alarm in my head, right? Because they said when he did, remember, he'd been out since Boys in the Hood. He was on TV shows. But when he did the movie Jerry Maguire, he blew up and got the awards. And within the story, the first thing they said is when he got that award, they say Quincy Jones called him and said, now you in the family. But recently, Cuba Gooding Jr. been going through it, lawsuits. He been fucked up. He getting back on track because he fell out of the family. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. These people will make you and they will break you. And they already been doing it. They going, man, we at the end of this shit now. The only thing we looking at right now is that people, they know this shit. They know everything that's about to happen. But I bet you ain't gonna see Quincy Jones come out and say nothing about inflation, try to help you. None of that shit. They just gonna take from you and they're gonna try to profit when you dead. Now keep in mind, never forget this. You know this from now on. Quincy Jones gets paid off Biggie Smalls. Because you don't know about NFTs. And this is the biggest form of getting paid off of dead people. Because they don't got to be around to make this money. We'll make money off your image and likeness. Forever. So you not see why I be like, fuck hip-hop, fuck rap and all that shit? Because if we ain't care about none of this shit, they won't be able to make no fucking money. But we fuel they fire. And we keep them in the mansions. But I never knew this shit. It went over my head. I just caught the shit yesterday when I was doing research on other things. See? Launched it this year, y'all. Just this year, March 9th. Biggest Estate is launching a notorious big NFT collection. And it's backed by Quincy Jones. And Biggie died at the vibe party, Quincy Jones. These dudes are different, man. That's why I say, don't let them use that black people shit on you no more. Fuck all that black people shit. Know why? Because they figure as long as we black, we brothers, and I can fuck you over. And I can set your ass up because you think I'm your brother. So we drawing a line on all that shit. Everybody with that particular skin tone, that don't mean shit. Because their brain is of a European and their heart is of a European. Actually, it's some Europeans better than them. You understand this shit? That's my opinion. So, let me go into the next topic because this nigga been crying again. The clown, the dream chaser, the nigga that only care about a chain and a Bentley. You gonna see that nigga whole career is that nigga whole career lately been based on riding the phantoms and showing off his chains. That's it. I'm gonna say it for the 1,000th time, nigga. Your biggest song is Hold Up, Wait a Minute. That's it. I used to think about, man, that shit is so fucking corny now. But that's this nigga whole image, and he looks fucking high in this picture. That's why he was a perkhead too before he went to jail. Don't forget, he came out and admitted he was hooked on Percocets, aka opioids. The nigga was a fucking bozo drug head. All right, I'm being real, because he said out his own mouth the nigga was hooked. But that's another question, another discussion. Pardon me. And Meek Mill basically had to come out because he came out again, and he had to respond saying that he didn't break up with him and Rock Nation was no split. They came to agreement to go their separate ways. Nigga, it's still a breakup. You can dress it up how you want to dress it up. If you worth a bag, nigga, that conversation would have never came up. Long story short, he said what he was saying was targeted towards Atlantic. Because remember, Meek Mill do got smoked with Atlantic because he claims once he got locked up, he not only did he make them a lot of money, he claims that he gave them Roddy Ricch, and they made a lot of money off Roddy Ricch. But let's do a little rewinding real quick. Do y'all remember when Maybach Music was doing their thing and Meek Mill outright hated on Wale, threw him under the bus? You never seen a label that outright beef with each other. You never seen two people on the same label beef with each other outright. Because Meek Mill hated on Wale and tried to say it was a hater. He got mad. And let's not forget. Do we forget about how Meek Mill used to get mad at people for what? Because they wouldn't share his release. Do you see the female tendencies that he always had? He would get mad on Twitter because people would not share his fucking project. And remember, you got to understand this, Meek. The reason why a lot of people wouldn't share your shit, maybe because they didn't fuck with you like that. Maybe they didn't want to help you stay relevant because they peeped your game that you were fucking leech too. And a lot of your shit only popped because you had a lot of features. But Meek Mill, forget about that. How you hated on Wale. You got mad at a lot of people. That's why I told you. Part of why Meek Mill career went where it went at, because that nigga was focused on having Twitter fingers instead of putting in real work. In the booth. That's all I'm saying. And he one of them dudes that don't want to see nobody shine over him. See that? Or shine with him. You see, it's two ways for people like him. Either they'll bow down to somebody greater, but they definitely don't want nobody in their range to pass them or come up over them. That's what Meek Mill is. That's why all he can do is talk about dream chasing. That's why I told you he gave a lot of his niggas them chains and probably took them back. That's why he got them on in that picture. My point is this. That's all he ever been about. Showing you a dream chaser chain and showing you a Bentley, a Maybach. I still got it. I'm straight. That's it. That's what he want to prove to you. And that's what he said in his response. Basically, he not with Roc Nation. Him and Jay-Z, they made over 100 mil together. But if you let Meek Mill tell it, he says he made people $100 million. He says he made people a lot of money. Well, you made niggas $100 million, but your net worth is 20 million. So what sense does that make, nigga? That ain't the point. The point is we in a time now where you're gonna be judged other by your money and the shit you got. And we already know that entity called the Most High got a whole nother judgment on y'all niggas. But Meek Mill is a fucking crybaby. He's mad because he not that deal no more. So he had to respond to some of the topics that was trending yesterday because he was in his feelings. And remember this. If you have a certain stature and shit is going a certain way, you ain't got to keep explaining yourself. Why? Because your work speaks for itself. So obviously, this shit rubbed Meek Mill the wrong way. When people like myself and a whole lot of others were speaking on this situation, he had to respond. And basically, he said he good. Him and Jay still cool. But that ain't the point. The point is Roc Nation ain't fucking with you no more, period. All right? So that's because you ain't that nigga no more and you ain't productive. You've been running around the white man for too long and you got lazy, nigga. That's it. And you became an Instagram poster and a Twitter finger, nigga. That's it. You ain't in the booth. You ain't put nobody on. You ain't collaborate with no raw new talent. Remember, back in the day, let's keep it real. Back in the day, hip-hop, artists, would pride themselves on breaking new talent. They would collab with the next up-and-coming nigga that was hot. And then they would sign them. Then you see a trend came out where niggas didn't want to put on nobody up-and-coming hot. They wanted to collaborate with people that was already hot. That's what happened. So what happened is a lot of these rappers, they didn't break no new talent. Therefore, their labels, Dream Chaser, didn't go nowhere, nigga, because you ain't signed nobody with no new shit. You made yourself the face of Dream Chaser, so therefore, when Dream Chaser fall, you're going to fall. Why? Because you didn't put on nobody else to help sustain the label, nigga. It's mathematics. That's why when you try to make your face, you try to make everything you do, when you try to make yourself the face of it, guess what? When your face is no good, everything you created is no good. The art of hustling, nigga. Everything ain't got to have your face on it. But that's what Meek Mill thought. So being that his face ain't no good, his brand ain't no good. And that's why he been a crybaby. But it all started back. It started back when he started hating on Wale and when he went against Rick Ross. So he went against his own label. And that's why he at where he at now. He went from daddy to daddy. He ran from Rick Ross to Jay-Z. He thought he was going to get somewhere. That's why I told you, you'll see the same pattern. They go from daddy to daddy. But them niggas never learn to sustain themselves. Right? And shout out to AR Ab, free AR Ab once again. That was the real king of Philly, him and Gilly, at the end of the day. AR Ab was fully independent with street credibility, getting a whole lot of money. And he had people like Meek Mill feel very intimidated. But we neither here nor there. Moving along from him. Let me make sure I ain't forget nothing. Hold on, who in the chat? I ain't been looking at the chat in a minute. What's up, the Chicks 1000, ASAP, Auto, Annette. What's up, Annette? Rondell, what's good? Hold up. Yeah, Megan is next to get dropped from Roc Nation. That's right. She been isolated. She's been isolated. You got to remember, let's not forget. You got to remember how this shit go. I just broke it down yesterday. Remember when Megan was smoking? She started feeling herself. She wanted to leave her label, 1501, whatever they call the man that put it on. Him and Jay Prince put a lot of money, made her relevant. She thought when she left them, she was going to blow even more. But no, it don't work that way. You know why? Because once you signed with Roc Nation, they was going to drain your ass. What's the first thing she did, y'all? They made her do a feature with Beyonce. So when she featured with Beyonce, that kept Beyonce name relevant. And you'll see after that hit record, Megan wasn't the same after that. Because I told you, once you're popping, once you're lit, people will get cool with you to isolate you, and then they'll drain you, and then they'll leave you alone after that. And your brand is never the same after that. So you got to understand, when you're in the game, you competition. Not amongst your peers, your competition to the people that's over you. So you're never supposed to link with the people that's over you because they will try to cool you off. That's what Roc Nation did to Megan. Because if you thought you was going to sign a Roc Nation be bigger than Beyonce, you must be a fool. If you thought they was going to put all their resources behind you to make you hotter, you a fool. Why? Because Beyonce's from Texas and Megan, you're from Texas. So you're not going to be the next queen trying to get cool with the queen. You're in competition with her. You should have known that. You could have been bigger than Beyonce. That's why, let me break it down to the YouTube world. A lot of y'all YouTubers, I have respect for y'all. Y'all was doing y'all thing, but y'all started trying to run behind other niggas and you fucked your brand up. And these other brands y'all ran to was draining y'all, to drain you of your resources, cool you off, and now a lot of y'all are isolated and you ain't the same no more. That's free game. It's okay to have some people that's your competition, but it should never be your peers. But your competition is the motherfuckers at the top. What you think? Because you shoot for the stars. You shoot high. So if you fail, you still at a good level. But y'all wanted to beef with your peers. You can't beef with your peers because when you beef with your peers, the motherfuckers at the top stay at the top and they watch y'all play on a low level. So that's why a lot of y'all that could have been in a position, you ain't. And you ain't never going back up. You know why? Because when you was at your apex, you made wrong moves. You put a ceiling on yourself. So now you must come back down. Because you could have went past certain people, but you didn't. You ain't had a heart. You ain't had a work ethic. You wanted to be cool with everybody. That's a game LeBron James played. Man, that's a sports game. That's a mind trick, man. Jordan did that. He'd be cool with niggas so he can bust their ass on the court. That's what niggas are doing in this game. Niggas be cool with you, but they ain't trying to help you get nowhere. You competition, nigga. You might be the next thing smoking. So I'm going to cool you off a little bit. That's what they do. Because you don't understand this thing called competition. But you and your peers, meaning y'all on the same level, y'all collaborate. Get it? It's different. But anyway, ain't nobody on a high up level that see you as a threat going to help you do shit. They're going to appear to help you, but they're really trying to drain your ass and get some clout. You know, stay a little bit more relevant, but when they finish with you, you ain't going nowhere. That's the game. They've been playing this shit for years. That's why what? You have to watch who you sign with. You have to watch who you affiliate yourself with and your brand with. You got to watch that. Motherfuckers will use you, and then when they drain you, they will dispose of you. And shit. That's what happened to niggas like Meek Mill. When you was popping, Jay was right there, nigga. He was right there with you at that table. Meaning you just got, yeah, nigga. But you ain't been producing shit because you said out your own mouth, you was signed for 10 years. What the fuck did you do it to? You ain't do shit. So, Jay-Z, on to the next one, nigga. But that's how the game works. Because y'all already know the saying, like, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to be wanted. It's okay to, look, man, it's like this. When you beneficial, people are going to want to do things with you, and that's okay. The thing is, you got to know the limits on that shit. It got to be a straight 50-50 thing. It ain't no, you get it? And you got to know when to pull back. That's it. Like, yeah, nigga, I might sign a deal with you, but that shit ain't going to be no 10 years. That shit going to be as short as possible. And then we'll renegotiate again. We'll do some, yeah. It ain't no long-term commitment for what? I don't know the future. And I'm not going to put myself in bondage. So, yeah, you can sign a contract. Yeah, you can work deals, but you got to know how to do it. How to do it, how long. And you got to make sure you know who the fuck you dealing with. That's part of the game. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody watching. Episode 218. So that's it. That's a little bit of things. So that's what happened to Meek Mill, man. He was always around other people that he thought was going to stay relevant. Because remember, let's keep in mind, he already told us he was hooked on fucking drugs. So when you on drugs at a certain level, you in a false state of security. Nigga, I'm high, I'm lit, I got my money, I got everything in position. But guess what? I'm going to tell y'all this right now. And I used to turn up all of that shit. I ain't no hypocrite. I'm going to tell you this right now. You never in your best state of mind like when you sober. Never are. If you could do a whole lot of shit, even when you high, you maintain your shit, you still going to be 3 times better without getting high. Therefore, if you get high and a person don't get high, they always going to be 3 times better than what you do. That's just what it is, y'all. Because when you slumped and you feeling wavy, Somebody else putting in some work. They out working you. They out hustling you. Why? Because you chilling. You slumped up, smashing the chick. Meanwhile, they putting in extra work. That's the difference. Don't get it fucked up. People can function off many different things, but are you on the top of your game? Or are you the best that you could be? That's why in these last days, I'm gonna be real with a lot of y'all. A lot of people, biggest fight is gonna be trying to be sober. Not only be sober, function in the world sober. Because some people got to stay under the influence just to function. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about turning up partying. I'm talking about people that got to get up every day and stay under influence just to function throughout this thing called life. And then you're going to understand, one day you're going to wake up and understand that you wasn't on point as much as you thought you was. So that's what happened to people like Meek Mill. And it took for him to get locked up for popping willies, like a high nigga, to come realize later, damn, my shit ain't lit no more. Even though he's still straight, he ain't where Drake at. Also, damn, I forgot Drake killed Meek Mill too. That was part of the shit. I forgot. Drake put the nail in that nigga coffin for real. Because remember, Meek Mill never been the same since that beef with Drake. I forgot about that. Look where Drake at. Look where Meek Mill at. And never forget, Drake used to be under Meek Mill. So what does that mean? Drake out hustled him, and we know Drake, he put the work in. That's it. So you think like a nigga your whole life, you're going to get nigga results. Next topic. Now, we always go in, we speak on different things, but I'm going to give LeBron James his clout right now. You know what I'm saying? When you right, you right. When you wrong, you wrong. And LeBron James is a billionaire. Another thing we got to salute LeBron James for, let's be real. He hired a whole team around him of people he grew up with, people that he know, people that look like him. And we can say this too. LeBron James don't do a lot of shucking and jiving. You don't see LeBron James doing too much ass kissing around too much. You get it? LeBron don't do too much of that. He gonna do what he got to do because they all got to do what they got to do. But you don't see LeBron James being extra special kissing ass. You don't see him always smiling around Robert Kraft and them. Because LeBron James probably trying to be Robert Kraft. You dig? He ain't smiling up under them. You also got to remember when LeBron James first was lit, who used to be up under his ass? Jay-Z. And I'm pretty sure LeBron James peeped Jay-Z too. He probably said, nigga, I'm trying to top you, nigga. You ain't going to keep coming up off me. So now what? LeBron James is a billionaire, just like he done caught up to Jay-Z like that. Boom, caught up to him. And about to blow past him. And LeBron James does have plans to buy an NBA team. You got to be a bill. You got to have a couple billies to do that. My point is, you don't see LeBron James doing too much shucking and jiving, too much laughing and clowning and smiling on white people's faces. That's all I'm saying. So I'm gonna salute him on that. But, or should I say, let's carry on. On the up and coming episode, the episode of his TV show, The Shop, LeBron James spoke about Brittney Griner. See, he had the cojones to at least speak on the situation. And he said out his mouth, allegedly, now how can she feel like America has her back? I would be feeling like, do I even want to go back to America? Basically saying, if he was Brittney Griner, he wouldn't want to come back to America. And basically saying that she shouldn't want to come back because she's not getting no real support. Now you got to understand, LeBron James ain't a fool. He can't just jeopardize his whole brand behind, her and what she got going on. But he did speak out. And he did speak out kind of against America because he said it. Basically, if I was her, I wouldn't go back to America. And I would feel like America don't got my back. At least he spoke on it. And when in that episode, a lot of people gonna hear that in that episode. But it's only but so much LeBron gonna do. He already know he can't lose everything he got over Brittney. And I gotta be fair. I feel like in my mind she was set up, but in reality, what if she wasn't? What if she slipped up, was high, and forgot the shit was in her bag? See, the shit go a lot of ways, y'all. But at least LeBron James is trying to speak on it. When everybody else, a lot of people, they ain't saying shit. So we got to give him credit where credit is due. And he don't do what Jay-Z do. That's all I'm saying. But we already know what go on. It's all politics, y'all. So my point is, you ain't supposed to look up to none of them. But that's what it is. Of course, he is in bed with China. As long as them Nikes is being pushed, China's in the play. Know that. But what people got to remember too, Kobe had a lot of different things going on in China. Kobe was like a god to China. China loved Kobe. But what happened to Kobe? All right. But yeah, y'all gotta understand this shit though, man. It's a dirty game out here, man. And some of them, they try to do what they could do, but they ain't stupid. They don't want to be found slumped nowhere. And they don't want their firstborn son to be found nowhere. So that's why they got to tap dance and do certain things. But as of right now, I can say anybody of a certain stature, at least LeBron James did try to say a little something. He did say something. And he said something towards America. Basically saying if I was her, I wouldn't come back to America. So he did throw a little shot at America. It's just he did it a certain way. And that's just how the game goes. So I'm going to give LeBron James his credit today. Because at least he's trying to speak out. Of these other niggas, they ain't saying shit about this woman. And I ain't going to lie, I think she's going to get some type of time. Or I think, put it like this, she might get the time. But when the time is right, Biden going to get out. He going to get clout off of Brittney. That's my opinion. That's what I think. So also, yes, the story has been breaking. It's been trending about Biden's son allegedly weighing up some crack cocaine on the scale, allegedly. That shit went on, right? A lot of people been knowing about it, but that's a trend of distraction. Because while you watching his son and clowning his son being a crackhead, he just gave $1.7 billion to Ukraine. That's the real fucking joke. Understand the game they play? So yeah, laugh at my son, but I'm gonna get the last laugh because I ain't giving y'all shit. And I'm giving this money to Ukraine. So y'all laugh at my son or you want to. And that's the way how Biden sacrificed his son. Fuck it, he a crackhead, so what? But meanwhile, while people clowning his son, behind the scenes, they clowning us. And they hoping and they praying that you get caught up in the whirlwind. And what's the whirlwind you get caught up in? The whirlwind of this right here. The economic pain. They want you to get caught up in this financial crisis so they can have the last laugh. And I told you earlier, this is coming from a top investment firm. This ain't for no small fries. So you keep getting this from different areas. Firms, investment companies, people who deal with banking. You got information from the UN. They all telling you. Some of y'all still don't know what the fuck is going on. Some people still sleep. That's your business. Dude, that's your life. You live it. But all you got to understand is, like that Michael Jordan documentary, this the last dance. This the last fucking dance. For those who've been playing with life and for those who think life is a joke. This is the last dance. So you take it how you want to take it. This is what all I'm waiting for. Telling you, how the fuck do y'all know it's going to impact the black households the most? How the fuck y'all know that? Cause nigga, we set it up to be that way. Oh, I get it. So y'all plan on rocking a lot of people. Not only they rocking people to sleep, they plan on rocking your ass up out of here. So that's why y'all, when I spoke on this shit months ago when I did a video on the 13 billion and all of that, and I broke down the budgets, how they going to distribute the funds. This is all part of this shit. And that was the warning that when the pandemic was over, we're not doing nothing else for you. You're not getting nothing else. No more earned income tax, no more help with your bills. We're not giving you nothing. Now, mind you, we go into the time where we need shit the most, but you're going to see they have closed the books on you. They done slid out the back door, and now they play a hide and seek. And best believe, when this whole little war thing is over with, a lot of these top investors, guess what? They're going to profit off the rebuilding of Ukraine. They're going to profit on rebuilding it. And the KFCs will be back, Starbucks, and all other companies will be back over there. People that know companies like Hyundai, man, people don't have no clue what's going on. All of these top investment firms, guess what? After Ukraine gets destroyed and fucked up, they're going to invest in Ukraine and make more money. Because the money is not in keeping shit going. The money is in fucking shit up and rebuilding the shit. Why you think Joe Biden, Moneybag Joe, was the head of the whole infrastructure bill? It was the restructuring of America. Rebuilding not only fucking buildings and bridges, rebuilding the whole shit, period. And while they're rebuilding, certain people have to be destroyed. Because don't forget, this is the land of milk and honey. And they also realize they can't run everywhere. They can't run no more. You got money just like them. Wherever they go, you go. Certain things they done mastered to understand that now. So, in order for them to enjoy the land of milk and honey, in order for them to enjoy all the new things they got coming, they understand that a certain people of a certain element is going to be still fucking shit up out here. So like I told you, those are the people they're trying to get rid of. And they know for a fact that jail can't hold everybody. They know for a fact their programs can't take care of everybody no more. And they also understand that all of the money they've been pumping out, they can put it in other places now. Let's use common sense for a second. Let's look at everybody in America that gets help, assistance from the government. Whether it be disability, welfare, whatever. Let's look at all that money they kick out. You don't think they think, damn, we can cut down some of this bread. We can do some other things with this money. Well, in order to cut out some of this bread, we got to cut out some of the people. Now you understand what part of that C-19 was about. And don't forget, that's going on right now too. So all of this shit is a plan that's already in motion. And that's why it was just announced yesterday, Ukraine got another $1.7 billion. Why they telling you this shit right here? They telling you you're gonna be fucked up. Meanwhile, they telling you they blessing them over there. Now you see why a lot of people in America are mad, pissed the fuck off. White people and black people, basically people that's in the know, they fucking pissed. And that's why I told y'all why they trying to push the race war. Yeah, we know y'all mad at what we doing with Ukraine, but we still trying to set a stage where y'all just fight each other over race. So don't worry about what we doing in Ukraine. Y'all just keep fighting each other with that racist shit. And keep worried about the people that ran in the Capitol. Meanwhile, we're gonna drop the bag overseas while you still talking about January 6th. You should be getting mad over fucking them getting the bag overseas, not the fucking Capitol, dummy. Wake up. But y'all don't understand the game called 3 Card Money and shit like that. You don't understand about the rabbit, you know, the magic trick where the man pull a rabbit out of a hat. You don't know the fucking trick, so you keep getting tricked. You keep getting mad over the wrong shit. The shit you supposed to get mad at, you don't fucking pay attention to the shit. That's why I say I don't get caught up in this shit, man. And I told you, everybody ain't as smart as you think they is, man. You keep getting wrong the mad shit. You keep getting wrong, pardon me. You get mad at the wrong shit because you get mad at the things they want you to get mad at. What's that? The things they put on TV and the things they make trending topics. And the things they pay the puppets to say. You get mad at that. But I ain't see nobody get mad at that money going overseas like that. You get what I'm trying to tell you? So everything is in play already, man. And with that note, this shit is about done. But I'm going to do a recap. And I'm gonna say salute to the chat, man. What's up? Wax Dog, what up, bro? D Matty for Cali, what's up? What's going on, Miss Kelly? What's up? Tamara Smith, what's up? Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Miss Jackie. Yeah. What's up, Drewski? Yeah, y'all. But like I said, this is the last dance right here, man. So all I'm saying is this. I'm not saying people should be panicking, getting scared. All I'm saying is, man, each day you gotta take a step to make a change for yourself. Each day you gotta take a step to try to put some things in position, especially if you got children and shit like that. Because I know we live in a world of they can't do that. We live in a world of that shit ain't gonna happen and shit like that. And like I said, man, for the past 10 years, everybody been studying Illuminati. Everybody been knowing so fucking much. Everybody know everything they doing, but that was part of the trick too. Because while you've been focusing on what they've been doing, you ain't been focusing on what you supposed to been doing. That's the fucking difference. They know you know everything they do, but they know you can't do nothing to stop the shit. I keep telling you, that's the difference in the shit. You see, people that gamble know about CeeLo. You know about CeeLo. You know, I can stop the bank. I also can stop you from rolling, nigga. I can counter your shit. But this thing called life they got going on, they can keep rolling and rolling, but you can't stop the shit. Why? Because you ain't got your mind right. And you stay asleep and you think shit is a game. So now they kind of like got you where they want you at. Remember, you got hunters and then you got people being hunted. These people are very, very crafty. It told you that in the book about these particular crafty people that came into the garden. Particular individual came into the garden, was very, very crafty and cunning. But you don't understand, they got a bloodline too. And they apply their shit. They don't take days off. Why you think half of the people in power, they don't sleep like that or they got problems sleeping? Because they got a whole nother DNA. Them motherfuckers don't sleep. Evil works around the clock. You got to understand that shit, man. Evil don't take naps. Evil works 24/7. They work on shifts, all of that shit. That's how evil works. That's how the devil works, man. That nigga don't take no breaks. You get comfortable and you take breaks. You get caught up in the false senses. Everything is all right. You take the break. They don't. You understand the game? I'm talking that futuristic shit. So when you talk about stay woke, they know you can stay woke all you want to, but eventually you're going to still have to go to sleep. That's why some of us, we don't sleep. We just rest and take naps. And we still got one eye open and we hear every fucking thing. Trust me when I tell you, man. I don't sleep. I don't sleep. Salute to the chat, though. What's good, y'all? Yeah, I'm just doing a recap. That's right. So that's what all, like my whole point of what I said. When I say evil don't sleep, now you understand the whole thing about chaos. And we talk about other fraternities, but people don't understand they got a fraternity that specifically deals with chaos. Just like you heard of people like Asian provocateurs. You got certain people, that's what they're supposed to do. So when it's always chaos going on, meaning it's no rest to be gotten, because you only can rest when things are calm. But they don't like shit calm, so they keep shit going. Why? Because as long as it's chaos and fuckery, they can slip through the cracks. Why you think within every assassination, before that person gets whacked, they always start a state of confusion, chaos. I just broke down Biggie Small got killed at the Vibe party. What happened before Biggie Small got killed? Do y'all remember? The party so-called got shut down. And everybody started leaving, which created a chaotic scene. Everybody started scrambling up out of there. The stage was already set. Now there's chaos. Boom, boom, boom. Biggie Smalls up out of here. When Malcolm X got killed in front of all them people, what happened? Get your hand out my pocket, nigga. Chaos. Boom, boom, boom. Out of here. Get it? They use the same fucking shit. On a whole lot of others too. It ain't no game, man. There's nothing to it, man. Like I said, all this shit, public information, public record. It's old news. It's the past. But they didn't stop using these old formulas. That's my point. So when they said, your people gonna be suffering the most, you better listen. And it's up for you to make a choice on what you're gonna do. See that? They think they got you all figured out because according to a college study, they said inflation impacts Black and Hispanic households the most. Black families suffer. You see how they put words on us? I told you they put everything bad on us. We suffer. Nigga, I ain't suffering. I know a lot of y'all ain't fucking suffering. You know what suffering mean? Yeah, some of my people suffer. But everybody ain't suffering out here. Everybody ain't doing bad out here. But that's the label they put on you. You see that? They said that Black families suffer the most, according to a study recently done, due to disparities tied to rising costs. Also, keep in mind, they said that this is the biggest inflation in 40 years. So let's rewind 40 years, y'all. We go back to what? 1982. Yeah, I know I just finished speaking on the 80s when I went into the Georgia Guidestones. I went into in 82, the major effect of population reduction, or some of the things that was written went into effect in 1980. All these different programs and different effects that affected the hood. But I also told you in 82, early 80s, Ronald Reagan put a certain thing in the play called Reaganomics. We actually helped out a lot of so-called white people. He got a lot of them off the street. He gave them certain privileges. Put it like this. The PPP loan, all that shit been out back then. It's just that was for them. And that's how he put a lot of them in position. Just like right now. Guess what? A lot of us was balling in the hood, doing a whole bunch of shit. A lot of them was putting the money up. That's why they could withstand the inflation. Do you get it? That's what happened in the 80s. Ronald Reagan did similar to the same thing 40 years ago, because it was an inflation. Shit was fucked up in the early 80s. But once again, it was to fuck up a certain amount of people. But so-called white people and so-called people of a certain background, they gave them certain loans, certain privileges. They gave them certain things to put them in position. And that's why they sit here and tell you it's the worst since 40 years ago. Since what? Reagan put shit into play. So now you understand why Reagan was one of the most loved presidents, because he helped put a lot of people on their feet. Then you got to also go back into your history, or into world history. You'll see a lot of these big brands started in the 80s. Why you think when you buy Tommy Hilfiger, say established in 1985? Shit like that. Microsoft, IBM, all these companies, they blew up in the 80s. It started in the 80s. Apple. Y'all remember it was Apple Macintosh and shit. Some of us remember when we was going to school as kids, we was on the Apple back then. Shit ain't new. But most of these brands started in the 80s with Reaganomics. And you'll see all these people that started these companies during the Reagan era, they are billionaires now. Because that's how it was supposed to be. It was designed to be that way. And now you'll see 40 years later, we just getting our first billionaires. You understand the game? So now you understand that's the real race. The real race is racing to get the bag. And that is the race we fucking losing. And that is how they really got power over you. I told you it ain't really all about the fucking guns. It's about the real race. The race is to become successful and be in power. And as long as you ain't in power, how the fuck you gonna fight? It ain't no fight. You can't fight. How you gonna fight when you broke? How you gonna fight when you ain't got enough money for enough resources? So, it's the last thing I'm gonna say about this. Now, remember when I told you, in my opinion, they pushing for that race war. Or they pushing for that war of people against people, period. Because it's going to be blacks fighting blacks. It might be whites fighting whites. It's going to be black and whites fighting. My point is, while you fighting, the food fucking up. So how you going to fight when the food ain't right? It's certain things they doing. But they'll take a small portion of people and make that everybody. Yeah, some people fucked up, but everybody ain't fucked up. I'll tell you that much. But this is what they saying, man. So they put everything fucked up on us. And I told you, that's really which a lot of y'all already know this shit. But you still got people that get mad when you speak on this black thing. I want to show y'all how it's strategic. Everything negative gets put on black people. It's like a fucking glue trap. You put everything on black. That's why you understand why people might come here and they got the same skin tone, but they'll tell you I'm not black. Meaning I'm not in that category of shit that's fucked up. Because that's what they made it to be. That's all I'm telling y'all. Not what black represents to us, is what they made it to be. You see, I'm going to break it down for y'all. We know when they was calling us nigga, it meant one thing, right? And what we do, we flip nigga into something else. Guess what? The same thing with black. When they put black on you, it really was to mean you still a nigga. We took black and made it something else. We said what? Black is beautiful. I'm black and I'm proud. But when they put black on you, it was not to really be, it was not to be good. Black is just a way they cleaned up the word nigga. That's why when I say black people, it's synonymous with niggas. Do you get the game? These are word tricks they play with the English language. That's why you was taught that English language is a bastard language, meaning you can make that shit mean whatever you want it to mean. When you want it to know. That's how they work. Why you think in court on certain things, anything you do in this country is all based on the wording. A wording separates me from getting struck on my channel. It's how I word shit. In America, words mean everything. That's why I told you. You can't get away with that shit. I didn't know. Because that falls into the category of ignorance, which means you don't know how to read. You have no comprehension. Because why? The word was in your face, but you didn't read it. You didn't understand it, comprehend it. That's why you got fucked over. That's why you went to jail. That's why you got jerked on your record deal. You don't understand the English language and how it's really used. Also, English is a magical language. And this is part of the things that use the what? Cast spells. So if you're not good with this language or how to interpret it, how to see through it, like I just showed you, how they talk in codes, inflation tends to impact black households. Basically saying shit is overpriced to fuck up poor people. Shit is overpriced so people in the hood can't afford it. Shit like, you see, that's how you got to understand their coding. So they deal with coding too. America headed for real economic pain. Basically, shit gonna be so fucked up. People gonna be fucked up. All right. People are gonna feel the effects of these price gouging and us holding back products and these crops not growing. But they gotta make it. They gotta word it a certain way where you won't panic. You won't start flipping out. Because really, I'm not going to promote certain shit, but basically, people were supposed to been protesting a long time ago. But it's too late now. What I mean by protesting, people were supposed to been go to the White House and all that shit, DC. Now it's too late. Anyway, they played a game. They played a word game. Now remember, also words get people life in jail. Words get people killed. That's why, guess what? That was another lie. When they say sticks and stones break your bones, words will never hurt you. That's a lie. Words will fucking kill you. Words can fuck your whole life up. Now, how you take them words, that's one thing, but words can't fuck your shit up. The same way somebody can lie, make a statement on you, fuck your whole life up. You get it? A person get on the internet, use a bunch of words to slander the fuck out of you, fuck your whole brand up. They'll tell you sticks and stones, and they'll tell you that shit, but meanwhile, every day they use words against you to kill you. Get it? That's why they call you black, to kill you. Y'all understand these code words and these games that was played. And you look at your skin, you know goddamn well you ain't the color of a cell phone. You know goddamn well your skin is not black like this goddamn background. But now you colorblind and you don't even know what's going on. Common sense will tell you you're more closer to a cop to a penny than a goddamn background. Then maybe you might understand why they put Abraham Lincoln on a copper colored penny. Because they were trying to be funny. Like we already know, well, some people should know that Abraham Lincoln is the only coin that faces the other way. And it's a copper color. But we neither here nor there. Salute to the chat, episode 218. What's up, Juicy Peach? What's up, all the queens that support me and all the bros? Salute to all of y'all. Salute to everybody in the bushes. Salute to everybody that tune in consistently. And salute to everybody that appreciate the content. But that's it, y'all. I'm done for today. I think I touched on everything. Sometimes I got to make sure I don't forget because every time I sign off, it's something I forgot. But I think today I touched on everything. Now, as far as the recap with T-Pain, y'all, because T-Pain ain't really about shit. This ain't this, you know, y'all know how I do episodes. I start off with something, but you know within the episode, it's a whole bunch of other shit. The thumbnail is just the front. Know that. The thumbnail always the front. It's the cover. But within that cover, it's a whole bunch of other shit going on. Y'all already know that shit. But this shit wasn't about no T-Pain and Chris Brown. It was really about how T-Pain wanted to use Chris Brown as a springboard to get his name back in the algorithm. And I wanted y'all to see this shit that people do when they be quiet as fuck. Nothing else popping for T-Pain. But he took the opportunity to throw shots at Chris Brown. Disrespect him. Call that man a princess. Say he got a princess complex. Remember, I told you, key word. Instead of saying, basically call him a princess, he basically say he acting like a bitch. But he didn't want to just say it outright. He had to sugarcoat it. And he said that Chris Brown has a princess complex. And he said, I know his faults. He said he knows Chris Brown's faults. And he said it's the princess complex. And he said it's not only when you get what you want, but you get the accolades of a pretty person for doing absolutely fucking nothing. That's what he said. Fucking nothing. And basically he's saying that Chris Brown is used to getting shit for fucking nothing just for being pretty. And the second that the first real motherfucker comes to you and says, hey, you ain't that fucking pretty, it's over. That's what T-Pain said. Basically calling Chris Brown a female, saying he's used to being catered to like a female. And when he don't get his way, he acting up like a female. But we already know T-Pain is not in a position to say none of this. Because it looked like you hating. And maybe Chris Brown didn't show you as much love as you wanted him to throughout your career. And that's why T-Pain, you in the gutter right now. So, and remember, within the story, T-Pain made sure he said, Chris Brown, that's my man. He my man, though. You know what I'm saying? He my man. That's my boy. Then he came with the butt. And I just wanted y'all to see the pattern of niggas that betray to be your homie. Niggas that betray to be your man. So fucked up shit happened to you, or shit ain't looking too good, they ain't going to, you know, holler at you behind the scenes. They're going to do it for clout in public. That's why I don't respect shit like that. Niggas still got that fucked up formula in their head where you got to put somebody else down to make yourself look good. Well, if Chris Brown was your man, why you ain't just holler at him behind the scenes and say, don't worry, bro, it's going to be all right. I'll promote your shit on my platform. Or whatever. No. Because that ain't the plan. The plan is I'm going to speak on Chris Brown because we do got an album together, a song together. Let me put my name back in the algorithm. And that's what the fuck T-Pain did. But he basically called Chris Brown a female and said he did like a princess. But it sounded like hatred. It sounded like another one of them dark-skinned, light-skinned things. Maybe T-Pain felt like even when he was at the top, he still never got the love of Chris Brown. And guess what? People still love Chris Brown to death. So that's why we say we hope Chris Brown get his shit together. I don't wish no bad on Chris Brown. But people like T-Pain, he made sure he had to kick that man while he was down. That's all I'm saying. To make himself look good. He could have used another choice of words, but he didn't want to. What up, Wax Dog? What up, Sass? You talking about, let me buy you a drink. Yeah. This nigga ain't been relevant since 2008 or some shit. 2009. But it is what it is, man. The game is over. We still looking at two dudes that's not where they used to be at. And that's just how the game goes. We watching the fall of all of this shit. Hold up. T-Pain try to pull a magic trick to receive his career, to revive his career in this era. That's a fact. That's why I said, in my opinion, he gonna drop it. I want to bet y'all any amount of money within the next couple of weeks, T-Pain gonna be trying to drop some shit. Watch. These niggas are clowns, man. You dissing Chris Brown ain't gonna help your career at all, nigga. But that's what niggas be thinking. Niggas be thinking, if I put myself with this nigga, it's gonna help me out, but it ain't, man. That's right. All T-Pain was the one that used the gimmick of the auto-tune, man. Nigga ain't got no fucking talent. He the reason why you niggas like Lil Baby using that shit to this day. That's because of T-Pain, man. That's why we say the rappers can't rap now. Before we said the singers can't sing. When T-Pain came out, that's what was the word. A lot of singers that couldn't sing, what they do, they use auto-tune. A lot of rappers who can't rap, what they do, they use auto-tune. Because it's not about talent no more. It's about just being a music factory. Pumping out hits. Using devices in the internet. Basically, like Shay said, it's all magic tricks. I can get an artist today, give a certain amount of money, dress them up, pay a promotional marketing team, pay for some numbers, built me a star. Bingo. That's how easy it is now, y'all. Ain't got shit to do with no talent, man. You figure that shit out, man. You crack the code of the game, man. That's what it's all about. Trickery. That's why you'll see that when they don't got the magicians behind them, the magic don't work no more and they fall off. That's how this shit works. Because all of them got a handler, as you heard, which is basically a lot of them got a magician that helped them pull off these tricks. And they get mad when they fall out with the magician because they can't perform the tricks no more. So that's how the whole shit works. Other than that, salute to the chat. Y'all is going ham. Yeah, that's a fact. Auto-tune being used out with Roger Zapp. Don't get it twisted. Roger Zapp started all that. But T-Pain brought it to the new world and made it trendy. Because remember, we live in a world of followers. So if you make a hit, everybody's going to clone that hit because they think that's the formula to a hit. So when T-Pain cracked the code, because remember, I spoke on it yesterday, it's about being an artist. And when you're creative and you got something different and it works, everybody else is going to follow the same thing. That's why you see everybody trying to be the same. It works for him. Now I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it. And that's how it becomes a trend. And the trend becomes a fad. And if you know anything about a fad, eventually a fad is going to play out. So people who got creativity, they don't never fade out because they know how to, what? Always revamp shit. You not always create shit. And creative people need their creative space. And you'll learn that people that don't create space for themselves, they're not creative. And you'll see those are the ones that are always going to do the same old shit over and over and over again. Because people that are not creative, they live in a state of comfortability. So that's how this shit works. People that are creative are always going to create. People who are fucking less innovative are going to always sit around and jack and take and remix. That's what the fuck they do. That's what they do, man. So I'm done with it, y'all. The shit be giving me a headache talking about this shit sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This shit been going on for so long, man. This shit is so fucking out of hand. It's just sad, man. So that's why you see when you tap on the YouTube now, you don't really see shit. Salute to my people that still generating content though, being creative. But you gonna see for the most part, niggas done ran out of shit. And I told you, if somebody ain't dying or taking a major loss, they ain't got shit to go live about. So you're going to see the same shit, man. You're going to see people keep saying the same shit over and over and over again, but they're not upgrading the files. They're not upgrading the program. And a lot of them starting to reach, and they starting to reach down, and, you know, they need motivation. So if I motivate some of y'all, man, salute. But don't think I don't know what the fuck going on. That's all I'm saying, man. This shit getting dead. I told y'all this shit was cable. And a lot of y'all, your fucking network and your channel, that shit is fucking destroyed. You just got reruns on your shit right now. So don't try to use niggas like me and people like me to keep your channel going. Because that shit ain't gonna work neither. You niggas ain't got no creativity, man. Man, I even see niggas trying to do the episodes like me. I ain't the first to do this shit, but I see y'all niggas trying to do episodes because you see that shit say 218, nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna throw my little shots. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. You know why? Because niggas don't give me no love, so fuck them. Not saying I want no love, but I'm just saying I ain't no fool out here. I put in work. You niggas sit around and wait and jack. That's why I'm getting at y'all, because y'all be jacking. So y'all like vultures. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Other than that, man, I'm about to be out of here, man. I'm about to be out here. Word. Yeah, nobody cares about that nigga getting punched because we already knew that was going to happen. We already knew that clown was going to get punched in the face, man. Come on, man. Damn. We don't, you know what I'm saying, bro? We knew that shit was going to happen, but these niggas was worshiping that man. So salute to all you niggas that was worshiping Whack 100. Salute to all of y'all. Salute to all of y'all, man. Soon as somebody has popping, get a name or trending, y'all run up under their ass. Matter of fact, y'all start going to the store, y'all buy the pom-poms, y'all buy the cheerleader outfit, and y'all get a position. Then when y'all hero take a loss, y'all get quiet. You should already know this shit, man. My point is this, man. Be a man, stand on your own too, man. Ain't nobody better than nobody. That's all I'm saying, man. Stand on what y'all stand on, man. Stop being followers. So if you following Whack and you think you're going to blow up because of Whack, when Whack get knocked out, what that make you? That mean you got knocked out too, motherfucker. I keep telling y'all, stop following niggas. Do your own thing, man. In life, period. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm trying to diss nigga. I'm just saying, man. Y'all be doing shit on the stage. Everybody see the shit. So we gonna say something. But I'm summing up like this. All of this shit is really coming to an end, really, though. It's fall. All this shit really falling. So that's all you really witnessing. You witnessing something, you know, things that were great. Things that were at a certain level, you see the shit just, it's disintegrating, right? You know, that's really what's going on, y'all. So I just pull up, do what I do. But like I said, man, if it's a time I'm never heard from again, man, I'm cool with that. And I put my work in, so I ain't expecting shit. A lot of niggas thought they was going to be rich off this shit. And I'm going to say something else too, because I peep game. I said, look, some of the niggas that did get in position, that did make it to a certain level, if you ain't waste so much energy dissing motherfuckers, you actually could have put some shit together and teamed up with some of the people that you was dissing. But being that you was a dumb nigga, you ain't know nothing about branding and networking, and you created beef for everybody, therefore, nobody's going to do shit for you or with you. And therefore, you put yourself in a box, and eventually your box is going to be shipped off. Because you don't know shit about business. A nigga will always be a nigga. It don't no matter where he's at, what he's doing. A nigga will always be a nigga, y'all. A nigga always going to be a nigga. So that's what it is. But I be clowning this shit because I told you I've been practicing to be a comedian one day. You did? I'm trying to be a comedian. So I make jokes. I'm also a businessman. I'm also a whole bunch of shit, but these niggas are hilarious because if I ever make it to a certain level, I ain't going down. That's all I'm saying. If I make it to a certain level, I'm just telling you, You're going to see some shit evolve. You're going to see some other people eating. You're going to see a whole chain reaction of motherfuckers doing good. You dig? You're going to see some shit. If I ever make it to a certain level, that's all I'm saying. I ain't going to be a nigga that put in work. I get to a certain level, and then next thing you know, shit over with. That's why I told y'all this ain't the Look at Me show. It's about us. We make this shit go down. You dig? So that's what it is. I'm trying to show by example how the shit really work. Meaning you're supposed to show love to people, man. And you only gonna get what you put out. And that's just what it is. So when I hear about shit with WAP 100, guess what? That ain't the first time that shit gonna stay happening. Because I told you, man, some niggas forever gonna have to watch their back. You might have said some shit 5 years ago. Nigga, I see you in the supermarket, I'm gonna hook off on you, nigga. You dig? Because I can do that. I'm bullshit right now, though, y'all. I'm about to get out of here, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. But, you know, we be vibing and shit. What's up, Miss Deja? That's right. Yeah, some shit gonna go down. I ain't no fool. Look, I know how to preserve certain shit. I ain't no one-dimensional ass nigga. I got other shit, but it ain't, everything ain't, look, truth out of season bear no fruit. You probably heard that before. And certain things you do, you got to do at the right season or the shit ain't gonna come out right. So I understand the whole significance of not putting your eggs in one basket. You see, like I said, some niggas pulled up to the stage, they gave you their whole fucking life. Now they have nothing else to talk about. They ain't got shit else. I've been giving out pieces and portions because I got a whole lot left. I've been giving out appetizers and shit. So if my shit evolve and I start going to other levels, I got other shit to bring to the table. I ain't got up here and told not one gangster story at all. Because I ain't a damn asshole to incriminate myself. I ain't told not one gangster story. And if I did tell a story, I would have to confirm it with the people that's involved in the story. I'm not just going to get on here and start telling stories. But a lot of niggas, they got on here and told their whole life story and told on other niggas. They told you everything. Therefore, they got nothing else to offer you. That's why they got to start jacking from niggas like me and freestyling and shit. Because they got nothing else to tell you. They got to tell you something to get you to hit the like button and smash the Cash App. They will make up any fucking day just to hit the button. Niggas been talking about sponsoring the war. I ain't seen a war yet. And the war niggas was fighting. It looked like niggas losing to me because they talk about niggas about to starve, and I ain't seen niggas do a food drive yet. So it is what it is. The shit funny, man, because I'm trying to tell you, man, it's some dumb motherfuckers in the planet, man. And you dumb motherfuckers, guess what? We ain't family. You stay the fuck away from me. And that's why I told y'all, I don't want some of these niggas following. I don't want none of their support. I don't want none of them motherfuckers. Hell no. No. That's the real reason why I don't, like, if I don't like you and I don't want your fan base, that's the main reason why I don't put your name in the title. Because I don't want none of your supporters, for good or for bad. Trust me on that. Y'all represent something that's on its way out. I'm with the new shit. I know about demographics. I know who the percentage of people that watch what and into what. I don't want that bracket. I fuck with the innovators, the creators, the people that see shit for what it is, that's headed in a new direction. Y'all deal with motherfuckers that's stuck on how shit used to be. I ain't with that shit. That's why I told you it ain't about age. It's about niggas being trapped in dimensions. See, I could talk about time all day, but I could get into these dimensions. It's about dimensions. You dig? You got the third dimension. A lot of niggas stuck in the third dimension. That's also the world of flesh. They stuck on that shit. And they can't get past that shit. That's why for them to keep you intrigued, they have to show or portray certain materialism of the third dimension to keep you trapped. You see, when I pull up with information and knowledge that can't be seen or detected. It's mental, it's not physical. Therefore, the people that are attracted to what I do, they're attracted for the right reason. That means you're not caught up in the third dimension. That means you're actually expanding and you're on a journey somewhere else because you have already conquered this dimension of flesh. It's a method to all this shit I be on. Trust me on that. So when YouTube studied me, they be like, this nigga all over the place. We don't know what the fuck he about. Guess what? That's the fucking plan, how I made it be like that. Nigga, I'm all over the place on purpose. So guess what? I got my own method of chaos. It's just that I don't use my chaos for bad. I use my chaos for good. But I already mastered that world of chaos. You dig? So that's what it is. And then you'll see the main people that tell you don't be distracted are the main ones distracting your ass. Episode 218, man. I'm about to get the fuck out of here. All right, y'all, man. I've been bullshitting, but guess what? I told you this whole shit gonna be timestamped. So you can go back to where you want to go back to it. That's how it's always gonna be. So don't pay me no mind. I'm talking bullshit. But sometimes I be cracking myself up because these niggas hilarious. I'm telling you, when I want good laughs, I laugh my ass off at fucking people, man. I'm telling you. I be laughing my ass off because when I see a nigga that's full of shit, that shit is hilarious. Other than that, man, I'm about to get the fuck out of here, man. I'm just a small fry, man. I'm a small fish in a small pond, man. That's where I'm gonna stay at, man. Other than that, y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Y'all stay in tune. And thank y'all for supporting me, man. That's all I can tell you, man. But damn, man, my chat is so female out, man. Where the bros be at, man? I don't got nothing against it, but damn, it's like I'm getting a lot of smoke, man. I feel like people feel the same way. I feel like the woman just be dominating this shit. Where the bros at, man? For real, man. Yo, look. What up, Wax Dog? I just want to say, Wax Dog, the only bro hold it down. He the whole show. I know the bros be listening. I'm clowning right now. Don't get it fucked up. But I don't want niggas putting me in that Kevin Samuels category, even though I was capping talking about I'm about to be the next Kevin Samuels. But that ain't till the camera come on. Right now, I got a whole bunch of women that be in the chat, and I don't want people trying to put me in a conspiracy talking about I've been trying to finesse women and I'm a woman now, all this fuck shit, because niggas be hating. You know what I'm saying? But I told you, a lot of you niggas be having sausage parties. That's the way you created, and that's why you niggas headed down. You know why? Because you can't build without that female energy, nigga. So I showed you, I told you, and that's why we lit. And guess what? We family over here. So y'all stay in tune. And y'all niggas keep talking that gangster shit. You keep worried about this nigga, that nigga, and see how far it gets you. And with that note, nigga, I'm up out of here. Episode 218. And the lesson to this episode is niggas like T-Pain always want to try to come up off the next nigga's demise. And that's the message. Also, you be on point because they trying to set you up in a twist with this food crisis. So the saga continues. I'll be back. 1.